Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you're looking for one of these shows that just sort of eases into it in the morning, you're not quite awake for this. I mean, you might just start picking us up around 6:30 because we just dive right in.
Well, I've been up a while.
I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm talking to the person listening right now that their alarm goes off with the Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah.
By the way, that's half of America. I don't know if you've seen the ratings. That's half of America.
Astronomical.
It's Chuck and Bo, Fox News, and then whatever else.
And it's close at the top. Don't kid yourself.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo
There we
show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I will tell you that behind the scenes at the Chuck and Bo show, before we go on the air, it is a flurry of activity. And then it's like 5 seconds and everybody scatters. And here we are.
It's new computer.
It's always the computer.
Bart outdid himself with the computer. He went and got this contraption, and that's what I'm going to call it. And I know what it probably is some forward technology thing. You know, it's ahead of us.
Right.
And it's the bleeding edge, and we are feeling the blood. Like we're hemorrhaging on the bleeding edge of technology. And sometimes we just need to let technology happen, and we'll catch up later. We don't need to be dealing with the bleeding
We don't
part,
need to force it.
the leading bleeding edge of technology. So they got this computer. And every computer I know,
They,
you
let's
just
not say they.
you've
Let's
got
not say
you got
they.
a mouse and you got a keyboard and you know
Yeah.
you point and click and you do things, right? Well, Bart went out and he got this computer screen. Okay, it's your average computer screen.
really nice colors,
slightly thicker, and it's a touch screen. And what you're looking at there, Chuck, is the computer. There's no computer that comes along with the screen. The computer's in the screen. So then, a couple of months ago, the cleaning crew's in here, and they accidentally knocked it over. I mean, this happens when people. By the way, it's on the edge of the console here. So
It's a disaster waiting to happen
so
when
it's
you look at
face
it.
down when we come in. I flip it up, and it's got a hole in the middle of it, and it's ruined the whole computer. So Bart sent it to China. And I'm
On a
guessing.
boat.
I don't know.
On a boat.
I believe
I've
a
seen
slow
those
boat to
videos
China.
from
I
that
believe
sea.
Texas.
Slow boat.
I believe Texas.
Well,
which-
I'm going to go with China because I think when you sent it to Texas, they sent it to China.
Went to China
and it
Grove,
took a good 2 months to get it back.
well, you can't trust Texas.
That's also true. So what Bart just said, for those of you that want to run with that, is Texas is the new China.
Yeah.
What
Had
you
some
want.
border
What you
issues
want with
going
it.
around Texarkana. Finally got it out of Texas.
Do what you may with that. But it was broken twice in transit on the way back to us.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So that's why it took 2 months. So we finally get it back. It's in here. We're humming along. I finally get used to using it again. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, the
Nah,
show's been
I don't
it's
pay
just
attention to
been
that stuff,
smooth,
really.
and I'm hitting sound, and, I mean,
No,
we know that.
it's great.
We know.
No,
I wasn't talking to you.
I'm joking.
I was talking to the listeners.
I
You
got
know,
you.
like
Fair
the
enough.
one that's with us right now.
Fair enough.
Gentle Ben.
Hanging
Good
on
morning.
every
Good
word.
morning, Gentle Ben. Hope everything's going well this morning. And so, things are just really moving along nicely. We're about to go into football season, and here we go. And today I come in here, to sit down, and I can't even get in my seat. And it's like the Geek Squad's here.
I
Except
know.
it's Edward.
That was the thing. It was like everyone was hovered around that computer.
They are. They're just huddled up over here. And Edward's like, your computer's not working.
When a computer's down,
It's broken.
It brings entire businesses to their knees.
It really
I mean,
does.
you're in a store. Oh, I don't know, our computer's down. Well, I don't know. Can we not
Can we check out?
Yeah. No, the
sure
computer's
can't?
down. You can't pay. You got to wait.
What do you want us to do?
Well, what if I throw you like $100 down on the
We don't
table
take
and
cash.
walk out? We don't take
We
cash.
don't do that.
It's like, well, what am I going to do?
You can
No,
Apple Pay work?
seriously,
Yeah.
seriously. When the
Yeah.
computer goes down, everything goes down.
It does. The same with the internet.
It is.
The internet will just bring us all to our knees.
Oh, yes.
Wi-Fi will just crash
know.
your entire world.
I know.
Well, so anyhow,
There
here
was
we
a
are.
flurry of activity, though,
And
right before we came on.
I'm looking at, Edward said, let me know if anything pops up on your computer. And I said, well, I'm looking at some mountains.
Nice sunset.
It's beautiful.
Besides
Where's
the
this-
background.
Where's
Is
this
that a
Lake
sunset?
Tahoe?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
really
beautiful.
nice.
Try
Wow.
try clicking.
It's
You-
like
try clicking on the screen. See what happens. Anything pop up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working.
working?
Yeah,
Okay.
come over here.
Okay.
And put what's the password?
It's 4-8.
Well, yeah, 4839.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Brett Bielema's record at his last year. Or I'm sorry. Yeah.
John
John
L.
L. Smith
And Brett's
record
first year.
and Brett's
Yeah.
first year.
And
yeah.
oh, look at that!
Wow, that is a husky, a dog right there on the screen.
It looks like a,
Yeah,
a cat.
picture of a husky.
Oh yeah! Wow.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be up and running in no time here.
Yeah, we really
Wow, that animal's looking right at me. This is piercing me with those eyes. That white husky. Mm-hmm. I don't know, guys. It's got the spinning wheel now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
there we go.
oh,
There we
whoa.
go. We had
That was
a pop-up screen for a moment.
It flashed twice
did.
and didn't actually come up.
Yeah, it's really a mystery.
Yeah. Shit. I've had that.
So
happen
that
before.
computer right now is
Have
basically.
you guys used a computer before?
Bo's the master.
I use it every
over
time
there.
it works. I use it every time it works.
It's your fascination with technology.
If you want
Bart.
me to set it up and if I got let me know if we need to get in here a half an hour earlier to get things working. But I thought that's what you guys were doing.
More often than not.
Well, I mean, anyhow,
At least it's here.
it's there.
I mean, it's here.
This reminds me of what Mike McDaniel said yesterday.
What
And this
did
is
he
how
say?
I feel sometimes. The Dolphins head
Dolphins coach?
Yeah, somebody told him good morning. I guess this is how it went.
You should stand corrected. Good morning. False. Great morning. Let's go.
Why great? What makes this one great?
Because we're another day closer to death.
Yeah,
There we go.
there you go.
That attitude
That-
really has kind of filtered into
okay.
this room today.
okay.
That's a yeah.
Because we're another day closer to death.
What a time to be alive.
I said good morning, Edward, when I walked in. He goes, it is a good morning. And I said, well, what makes it so good? He goes, we're another day closer to
Because
death.
we're another day closer to death.
That's why it's a great
Yeah,
morning.
and then Bart comes
Not a good
in.
morning.
He's reciting it. So here we are.
Oh, man, we got football
Well,
practice.
it's Tuesday.
I had practice yesterday.
Yeah,
I was
practice
ready to
today.
give you a full practice report, and I'll get to it.
Full gear on
I'm
Thursday.
gonna read from the
Full
newspaper
gear.
today.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah. I'm going to read
Is
you
it
the
gonna be a
practice report.
dramatic read?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
A little
sweet.
bit.
In the NFL film style.
The offensive line practice blocking drills against the defensive line. It'll be stuff like that.
Ones on ones.
One good on good.
Yeah.
Getting better.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of fall camp.
They had that.
Dill pickles were had by all. Snap. What are those things called? Snap. The bag of pickles.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those hydration. They call it a hydration. They get a little sodium in you. Over there eating those pickles during a break. I'm gonna go over there today and check it out.
I'm gonna be honest. The idea of like sweating through practice and then eating a pickle sounds awful. And I love pickles.
Have you tried it?
No.
What are you gonna? What else are you gonna snack on, Bart, while you're out there sweating in 100-degree heat?
Water.
Yeah.
No,
What
you gotta
happened?
get
To,
some a little bit more than that.
slices.
what happened to just good old fashioned water?
Orange slices.
I mean, like my generation, there wasn't any like healthy snack after the second quarter or anything. I mean, there's no apples,
We
know,
evolved.
oranges, but we turned out okay. I mean, we did turn
I-
out. No, we
I don't
turned
know
out
that.
all right.
I don't know that.
We
Look,
turned out all right.
Babe Ruth is not the same athlete that
I'm
we
not.
have
I'm
today.
not saying Babe Ruth is.
Well, I was
I'm
just
not
going with your
saying Babe
generation.
Ruth. No, no,
You said it
no.
turned out okay.
I'm just saying.
What's wrong with going out and drinking beer all night and
No,
smoking cigarettes?
I'm not saying
Coming
there's
back
a
and playing a
well
game.
to each his own. But my point is like everything, now you got to have like pickles. I mean, pickles after practice. I mean,
Yeah,
give me a
it just,
break.
they've got stuff now.
Everybody eat your
Yeah,
pickle
well,
before
I
you.
mean,
Nobody ever
we've
said
evolved.
that.
Orange slices, we've evolved. We've got
fat and sloppy.
Encrustables.
I like a good Encrustable,
Yeah,
but
I mean-
I don't
They are good.
necessarily see the value in that at like practice. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. We didn't have Encrustables. I mean, we didn't have.
I think Snickers is a good one too. Not going anywhere for a while.
Snickers will bring you back
It's
to
a,
center.
hey, Snickers is not a bad snack, like a meal replacement.
Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that.
Like, well, I mean, when
Got
you're
protein.
when you're feeling a little
Got those peanuts in there.
feeling a little peaked, need a little pick me up.
Yeah.
And then we evolved. We got Encrustables now. I mean, look, some people, I know, Bart, this is hard for you to realize or maybe think about because you've got this inside air conditioning cush job. But like some people are out there, you know, and working in the heat, like Teamwork Roofing and Construction, Pascal, those guys are in attics all day. It's hot. And, you know, they just can't pound water all day and make it. They got to eat something.
Well,
and they're
sure.
hot, and they don't necessarily feel
Well,
like
we're not
having
saying starve yourselves.
Parmesan.
No one's saying
I
that.
just said I don't want a pickle after a workout.
But when it's hot and you're sweaty and it's just tough,
All right,
and
eat your pickles.
You gotta
Eat
have
your
some
pickles.
pickles.
I'm sold.
And have some
All right,
Encrustables.
I'm sold.
What are the other things? I'm forgetting all the other things. I used to be around this stuff, and you know, every
Snickers
once
has
in a
4
while.
grams of protein.
I've just got this feeling the Teamwork Roofing guys at lunch, they're not going, okay, guys, we got pickles and Encrustables.
You know what? We'll find
I
out.
don't think that's going on.
I'm going to ask right now. I'm going to get you an update. I'm going to send a text. What do the guys eat for lunch when it's hot out?
well, we're not talking about a meal. We're talking about
What
a
do
snack.
the guys snack on when it's hot out?
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to get you guys some stuff here. I'm going to go to practice today, and I'm going to look for the snacks. That's that's the thing. You want a practice report tomorrow? I'm coming back
You're
with
coming
all the
back with the
snacks.
snacks.
Why don't
they
you
have
bring
down
us
there.
some?
Well, I don't get caught with my hand in the cookie jar. I mean, when you're following these teams
just
doing
saying.
documentaries, I mean, it's
there's
some
food
long
everywhere.
days, but there's food everywhere. But you can't like go have a lunch break because you might miss something. And so if you forgot to bring your Cliff Bar, your protein bar, or whatever, a few snacks along the way, you're kind of like looking for the managers and if they'll help you out a little bit.
You're going to the players' floor because there's
yeah,
going to be a table
that's-
with snacks out.
That's right. And then they let you eat with like the team meal. They have the big buffet out there.
Oh, yeah.
But it'd be like, listen, wait till everybody's done.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you, when they say wait till everybody's done, like at Kansas, they might have run out.
Yeah, they meant till the food's gone.
Like
Yeah.
the food might end up being gone. You might consider like a hard DoorDash on the way into this 1 hour break that's supposed to be everybody's having dinner. You know, in the SEC, they don't run out. They got leftovers and guys are taking a bunch of to-go boxes.
Well, the players go eat the free food, take the snacks with them, then go back to their room, and that's when they call DoorDash. I mean, it's just how it works.
They do, man.
It's
They
unbelievable.
got food on top of food on top of food.
A normal person, you could spend a weekend with a team. A normal person is going to gain 5 pounds. It's amazing.
And those guys, a lot of them, you know, there's different types, obviously, you know, offensive, defensive linemen. But you get some of these skill guys, they're going to lose 10 or 15 pounds in fall camp if they don't stay on it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you got people like, you know, following them to the restroom, making sure their urine's a certain color to stay hydrated, and then they go have to weigh.
Bad
and when they get done weighing, it's like they make them stand there and drink that much water and water weight, so they don't lose weight.
You know, I
Championship
found when I
hydration
was in
levels.
college that late night double cheeseburgers really helped
Yes.
put on the weight. But I don't.
What was your go-to? What was your go-to late nights? What is your go-to
I
late night
know.
snack? Have you ever ordered a Big Mac at
a late
11
night
p.m.?
snack for me is like 7:30 now.
I know, but if you happen to do you ever have a night where it's like, you know what?
I'm gonna stay out
Tonight I'm gonna.
I'm gonna stay out all night. Then I know.
No, I'm
that
staying
doesn't
up.
happen.
I'm staying up late. I'm watching a movie or I'm watching some Pac-12 game. You know, after dark.
Usually
RIP,
some kind of
on
burger.
the West Coast.
You know,
yeah.
some kind of burger.
Yeah.
You know, if it's gonna be a late night.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to DoorDash some McDonald's right now. I'm going to have a Big Mac at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, that ever happened?
no, but
I'm
I
not
won't
gonna
say
lie,
I've not
done that.
DoorDash
I
late
have
at
done
night. I try not to DoorDash fast food because you know, I mean,
What do you get, Theo's?
well, no,
Roost Chris?
no,
On occasion.
no.
Red Lobster?
What's it to you?
I mean, like
Olive
McDonald's
Garden?
or
Yeah,
something like that, or Taco Bell or something like that.
I was just
you
wondering
know.
what you DoorDash there.
Chuck's keeping the Red Lobster in business.
That's
He's
right.
like Panda
DoorDash
is not fast food. I'm
That's
like,
right.
kind of is.
That's that all
Pretty
you
much
can eat
is.
shrimp.
Yeah.
That all you can eat shrimp gets me.
Boy, Jim Chaney likes some. He likes some fast food. Well, we had an intern. We had an intern one time
Oh, my
whose
God.
roommate was Chaney's GA. We used to always get the orders.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not being.
fat and sloppy.
Hey, come on.
Hey,
I don't know this guy.
We're not into shaming around here.
Oh.
Yeah.
He likes ketchup. I know. I remember.
And Sonic.
Yeah.
The Sonic
and ketchup.
Supersonic burrito,
Oh, yeah.
which is great, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
You can only have
But
about
when you-
one a year.
Yeah, when you eat it every day, that's a problem.
It can be. It definitely can be. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm here to find out, and I hope you are too. It's 6:17. Good morning, Chuck and Bo Show. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
His ability to get to the right spot on the certain drops that we take, and
unbeknownst to any of us how, got his iPad working to watch the British Open.
I play the role of dumb blonde sometimes, but the reality is I am very skilled when it comes to the iPad.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you able to say that in today's culture?
What's that?
Dumb blonde?
I don't know. We've already
we've surpassed.
We've already crossed a line or two this morning anyway.
Generally for being too positive.
Yeah. So
maybe that's what we are, a couple of dumb blondes.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's terrible. That's awful. We don't mean any disrespect.
I said it about myself.
With apologies to Pamela Anderson.
I said it about myself.
Oh, man.
Well, you've got that new old people's romance now.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson and Liam
how about
Neeson.
that? Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Bart, I was just, if I could bring this up.
Sure.
I appreciate the birthdays.
Yeah.
And the national days. And you miss occasionally. Like we had National Short People Day the other day, and perfect.
Oh, what fun we could have had with
perfect opportunity for me, and we missed that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who didn't is some of this guy's friends.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I was getting the TikToks and the
Bart was afraid of hurting your feelings.
That's not ever really the case. I don't see that being a thing. By the way, you know what I saw on the floor in Bart's office yesterday?
No telling.
I should go get it and show it to you.
What is it?
It's a plaque that Bart got at a company Christmas party 6 years after he had been producing the other radio show. And we gave him the Legacy Award.
Okay.
And it says on the plaque,
Legacy.
Probably needs an update at this
the
point.
first person to ever make it 6 years working with Bo.
Wow.
And he's still here.
Yeah.
He's still here.
I don't know what that says.
We're
about
gonna
me.
we're gonna have to update that plaque.
I should be getting there pretty soon. Kind of.
6 years.
Kind of.
Sawyer's going to be in here later. The general manager of Hogs Plus. He can give us some insight to what's happening in fall camp, behind the scenes, and this new Taylor Green documentary series that's out that we'll play a clip from in a minute. And Sawyer's, he's been, I don't know, it was over a decade, and we still kind of work together, so it's really been about the same amount of time. How far behind you did Sawyer come along?
About a year, I think.
Okay, so he got none of this. He got no recognition. He got no plaque. He got nothing.
Bart
So
just
we can
came
bring
in and
that.
like swooped in.
Bart doesn't. He does when anybody encroaching on his legacy.
I guess
territory.
I understand that. He is senior staffer.
Bart's going to go in. Bart's. I'm not going in the Hall of Fame. Bart will go in the Broadcasters Hall of Fame or whatever they have here in Arkansas.
When the Chuck and Bo Show accepts the award, Bart will accept the award for
it'll be
the
Bart's
show.
award.
Yeah,
it'll be
Bart's
his
award.
legacy award of doing all the hard work. By the way, 877-377-6963 if you want to text anything in today. Today is your day to ask Chuck anything you've ever wanted to ask him. It's Tuesday, August 5th. We do this every August 5th where you text in whatever you want to ask Chuck. Anything you want. And I can't promise they're all going to be answered.
I was going to say,
but
am I
the most
required to
creative
respond?
questions get the best answers.
Okay.
So
Whichever ones you
bring
pick
it.
out. Whichever ones you pick
Yes,
out.
we
It's
will.
National Text Chuck Day.
It is.
We
It's
just-
also National Underwear Day. Put it on the poll, Edward. Do you wear underwear? Put it on the poll.
Boxers brief.
Yeah, well, in boxers briefs. Do you commando? No commando. Put it on the poll.
No, I don't know.
National Underwear Day.
There will be no poll. You want me to tweet it from your account, your personal
Oh
account?
yeah. What kind of responses do you think that'll elicit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We can find out.
Speaking of things people have always wanted to say, under burner accounts and fake names, we'll get it all today.
Hey, it is former Razorback Eric Hinsky's birthday today.
I saw 48.
God, I saw that. Made me feel
He's
so
a year
old.
younger than me.
I remember when he was like a freshman.
Patrick Ewing is 62.
Yeah, that'll drive it home too.
That'll do you. Anthony Edwards, though, is only 24. And 24 years old.
Good for him.
Yeah. These are the birthdays that Bart gave us. Where I was headed with that is we need to expand. We need
More birthdays?
What we need criminals' birthdays. What did you call
I
them?
have, I have two lists that I look at.
Outlaws. We need outlaws.
I have two lists that I look at now. One is less comprehensive and one is extremely comprehensive, like going back to like the 1600s.
Well.
And there weren't any outlaws today.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No
There were
mobsters?
No mobsters, no
I just think
outlaws.
people don't respect them enough to give their birthdays out on a list.
But I mean, Neil Armstrong, come on. First man on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is,
Herb Brooks,
Well,
Miracle
if you
on
believe
Ice.
that really happened.
Oh, there's another birthday today
What?
from someone in my personal life, my father-in-law.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Jeff.
How
Jeff.
did,
Hey, Jeff. Happy birthday from
Jeff
the Chuck and
Jones.
Bo Show.
Jeff
Okay.
Jones.
Jeff, what's it like, really? Can you give us some honesty here? Having Edward as a son-in-law.
Well, the pride he must have felt
It's awesome.
when
gotta
Hannah
be
walked
awesome.
in with Edward.
Edward says it's awesome. Let me just tell you. Let me get ahead of this. Let me do some M&M for you. I'll get ahead of this. It's awesome.
That's right.
I'm going to beat him to the punch. How'd it go, man? How did Hannah's birthday go yesterday?
Really well.
How'd your wife's birthday go?
It was good.
Yeah?
I think she had a.
Did you score
a good
points?
day.
Did you know?
I'm not looking to put points
I'm
up on the
just
board.
asking.
I'm
I'm just asking.
trying to
Oh, there
make
will
it a
be
nice day.
There will be a time in your life when you'll look at the scoreboard. Let me tell you.
All right.
Oh, the scoreboard doesn't matter now.
Some
It's
marriages,
all about fun.
Some marriages actually work, Chuck.
That's right.
You and I are not here to tell Edward about that.
Edward's still young and idealistic.
Yeah, I mean, let's encourage him.
I'm joking.
Let's encourage him.
I'm joking.
I see Edward smiling every day. You know, I see
Most
Hannah
days.
pull up out here. You know,
I know.
bring him breakfast or something. And she's brought breakfast in here before.
She has.
They're both smiling. I mean, this is a happy family. Let's
It
not
is.
don't be giving them all that crap. Come on, man. He's doing great. He's just like he had no expectations out of this birthday. He just wanted to see her smile.
That is so not true.
Chuck is a hardened. He's a hardened, weather beaten.
So funny.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Chuck's like, trust me, most of the people listening can relate to me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just listening. I'm just listening. I threw it out there, and
Yeah.
I'm just listening now.
I haven't gotten a text back. They must be too busy at teamwork. On the roof already, probably.
Well,
They're
it's
probably
cool.
stocking
It's
a job
cool out
site
there
right
right
now.
now.
You got to get the shingles up.
This is
Got to
a
get them
cool
up
time
the
of
ladders,
day.
get moving.
Here you go, Chuck. This one's for you. On this day in the year 1301, Edmund of Woodstock was born. He's the first Earl of Kent, the son of King Edward I, and he was beheaded for plotting against King Edward III.
That is good. I mean, that is good.
That's all I got for you.
Okay.
Somebody who got
All right.
beheaded.
Fair enough.
Man. All right. Well, anyhow, glad you're here. It's August 5th. Any other pleasantries we need to get out of the way?
We have a texter who is 9 years clean from hard drugs today. Kind of like a birthday. That's
Yeah,
what he
that's
said.
huge.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
Good job, Ryan.
Congratulations
Good
on
job,
that.
Ryan.
For real. Hey, celebrate that. Yeah. I mean, in all seriousness, that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
That's huge. You know what? I love him sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. We'll celebrate that with you. Absolutely. Anything else you want to celebrate today? We'll do that. It's also August 5th. Every August 5th. Any question you want to ask for
National
Chuck?
Checks.
Oh, we
text.
do have a question
Anything you
coming
wanna
in
know?
for Chuck. Chuck, what's your favorite restaurant to eat at on the road out of all the SEC teams?
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Chuck, when you go to SEC towns doing games, what's your favorite restaurant?
There we
You
go.
have a favorite restaurant, a favorite place you like to go in a
Oh,
town?
what's that place in Baton Rouge?
Walk-ons?
No, there's a restaurant in Baton. It's not Drusilla's. It's a different one.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Well,
think.
now
of the
they
name
have
of
the
it.
supper club there, which is really hard to get into.
The guy that played for LSU, he passed away a few years ago. On the, it's on the tip of my tongue. Ruffino's.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Ruffino's.
Yeah,
I
been
would
there.
say Ruffino's in Baton Rouge.
That's
would be
good.
my
I've been,
favorite.
yeah, okay.
Good answer.
Wow.
We've got another one. What weather app do you use, Chuck?
Well, I go back and forth between the Weather Bug and Weather Underground.
Okay.
Now, when we started a year ago,
No, AccuWeather. Not
Okay,
Weather
see?
Underground. AccuWeather.
Okay.
I like
let's
AccuWeather
just-
because it says like rain starting in 30 minutes or
Yeah.
rain for at least an
AccuWeather's
hour.
a good app. Yeah.
But
Solid.
I think the Weather Channel's fine.
It's got too many advertisements.
Yeah,
too
a lot
many
of pop-ups
yeah.
on there.
I just use the Apple weather app.
Yeah, but when that advertisement comes up, it gives me a chance to play the slots.
Well, it's true. Those are the things casinos don't want you to know.
6:31. Good morning. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Who's going to be the first to
Good
get a
summer.
Chuck and Bo tattoo? I mean, I think Chuck might do it.
No. You can have mine. You just get 2 of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hogs Plus has a documentary series that began last night on Taylor Green. I watched the first episode. You want to hear a little piece
I
of it?
do, yeah.
It's a lot of Arkansas' predictions, success has been pinned on what kind of maturation process occurred from year 1 to year 2 for Taylor Green.
His ability to get to the right spot on the certain drops that we take and the timing on doing that. You know, sometimes he's a little bit lackadaisical on the speed of his footwork, but he really has worked hard on it this spring, and he understands fronts and coverages a lot better now. Our consistency of our accuracy, and a lot of that came down to technique and fundamentals on how he's carrying the ball and how he's setting when he throws it to the right, when he throws it to the left. And Taylor is just such a coachable young man. He's worked extremely hard on that. I'm expecting him to be very accurate this year.
Let's drive on it.
There you go. Edward's going to pull some Petrino coaching, Taylor, at some point in the show. He would already have it done, but we got him thinking about his wife's birthday yesterday and all that.
Well, he was like, quoting Mike McDaniel the minute, he walked in today. So
yeah.
that had
One day
something
closer to
do.
death.
Yeah.
Not a good morning, a great morning.
I like
Because we're another day closer to death.
Yeah.
What is he even? Can we just stop right there for a second? What is he talking about?
It sounds like yesterday's practice wasn't very good.
Is that what it was? Was it a joke about that, or is it Mike McDaniel trying to be funny, or
It's
is
just
Mike
him.
McDaniel
I think
being
it's
Mike
just him.
McDaniel?
Yeah.
Do you like Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins head coach?
When he first burst on the scene, I was kind of, that's an interesting guy. I mean, he's not your typical pro football coach. Now, he dresses a little differently than your average NFL coach.
I like it.
I
like the joggers,
but
and the designer sneakers.
Well, here's the deal. He needs to win more games this year. He's going to get fired. And that's just the bottom line.
It says
Joggers,
everyone
whatever.
about every Dolphins coach for the last 30 years.
He's on the hot seat again, and
They
I like
made a
him.
mistake. As an organization, they made a mistake with Tua. Unfortunately, because he just
Tagliavoa.
whatever. Because he just can't stay healthy. He's too small. He's too small, and he can't stay healthy. And when your franchise is built around a quarterback who never plays, well, that's a recipe for losing a lot of games. It's not the head coach's fault.
Well,
they
but
haven't
it's not
gotten a
like they
quarterback
just started struggling.
Sure,
I mean, they've
missed on quarterback since
yeah.
Dan Marino.
That's
and what generally happens is when the organization misses on a quarterback, the head coach ends up getting fired. I mean, that's
And
just
Tua
kind of how it works.
Tagovailoa,
Yeah,
the quarterback.
he doesn't play enough for people to know how to pronounce his name. for
Can
crying out loud.
can we do like 3 or 4 minutes of this because the bravado of the mispronunciation
Yeah.
is awesome.
And Tua Tagovailoa.
Either be spectacularly wrong or spectacularly right.
That's right.
Either way, be
Tagovailoa.
spectacular.
Valia.
Yeah.
Tagovailoa.
Tungavailoa.
Yeah.
Tungavailoa.
I'm still right.
Tagovailoa.
Tungavailoa. Just go with Tua. Tua, the quarterback.
The quarterback.
That's my favorite part.
Quarterback.
Because it's like, I don't know if I don't think I was close on that last name. People might not know who I was talking about.
That-
So let's go ahead and hammer home.
That is a close second to this one right here.
They're eating the pets.
That's a close second of just things I'll never forget.
The quarterback. Ovalia.
Oh, God.
It's so good.
And Tua Tagovailoa.
Do we have any more?
The quarterback.
Do we have any more questions for Chuck?
No.
Just 877-377.
really tickled Bart.
6963.
Bart's got some giggly goos going over there.
He does.
It's like a church laugh right now.
It was the eating the
It's like,
pets.
it's like you can't stop.
Yeah.
That will
No,
never.
no.
That will
I might
never
mispronounce
not
his
get me.
name, but Talon Green.
Yes, back to that.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
They're eating the pets.
That will never not get
See if I can get Bart going.
Sound bites are great,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
I mean,
man.
sound bites,
Oh.
they distort everything.
Oh, it's
I
so
mean,
good.
they're just drops.
Totally out of
drops
whatever
is the term we
whatever
use.
you want to call them. Yeah, it's
It is funny.
It is good.
Tag Ovalia.
That could be a play call.
Talon Green.
The back end of a play call.
Talon.
So you mentioned quarterbacks in the Dolphins, and that it is, I think, going to be really interesting to see what the SEC looks like based on quarterback play, because South Carolina could have a really good year. It's going to have a lot to do with their quarterback. I think Arkansas can surprise people. It's going to have a lot to do with their quarterback. And you look at a team like Georgia. What happened to Georgia? Georgia feels like, at least the preseason talk and kind of where they were last year, felt like Texas had become the best team in the league, not Georgia. And now Texas comes back with a bunch of talent and Arch Manning. And as we were told, who said it the other day on the show? That nobody believes in the Booger said it. Booger McFarland said nobody believes in the Georgia quarterback.
Gunnar Stockton. Yeah. You know, I got to be honest. If someone were to say who's better, Texas or Georgia, I'd say Texas.
I know.
Having not seen Arch Manning play more than just a few snaps, I would say Texas. The thing that I wonder about with Georgia is, can they score? You know, can they score enough points?
Yeah.
Because defensively, I'm sure they'll be good, but can they score enough? And you know, that's I guess that's the question with everybody. But you were talking about Arkansas. I mean, I think Arkansas's got a chance to put points on the board this year, and you know, obviously that's the name of the game. So you were talking about some of the stuff with Talon and the coaching and Petrino and all that. You know, I know Talon Green's been coached well. I mean, I'm certain of that. He says all the right things. I mean, there's not a guy on that team, you put him in front of a camera, he's going to do better than Talon Green does. He's been a leader from the minute he walked on the campus. His teammates follow him. They do. Now you got to go out and do it. You know, there were signs last year that he could be a big-time quarterback. There were also signs last year that there's still work to do, and they've had a lot of time to put in some work since last season. And I expect him to be better in a lot of those areas. But I know he's been well taught, and now he's got this year to go out and do it. At least here, he's not done playing football, but for Arkansas he is.
And he's not the only thing. Excuse me. We've got. I was reading this morning just another practice report in the newspaper, WholeHogSports.com, and they were talking about. We had some interviews yesterday with Ronnie Fouts, the wide receivers coach. So that was part of the focus. But they feel like they have a lot of depth on the at receiver. Where last year it was kind of like Teslaw and Armstrong. I'm saying it backwards. It went the other way. Armstrong had over 1,000 yards receiving. But this Omega Blake, Raylan Sharp, Cam Shanks, I mean, it's all part of you got to have the quarterback, but do you have a team around them? The offensive line, running backs. I think those at least what we've heard and seen, and I haven't seen practice yet. I'm going to go today. They'll be better. They have more depth on the offense than they had last year. And then the question was about the secondary on defense. Apparently they've got depth there they feel really good about. Some of these guys are transfers year one. Some of them are transfers year two. They've been in this system a couple of years. And what have they developed and what are they going to be? Like Omega Blake, Chuck, was 2 years at South Carolina. Went to Charlotte, offensive, a wide receiver is where I'm going with this. 2 years at South Carolina. Charlotte last year averaged 24.3 yards a touch, had 800 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns. And now he's coming back to the SEC. What will he look like?
The question for me in terms of Arkansas's passing game and how good these receivers ultimately may be statistically is how comfortable the quarterback is with them. Andrew Armstrong was a great receiver. Made a lot of great plays, big catches. We threw the ball to him too much. I mean, everybody knew where it was going. And it's not to say that, you don't take what the defense gives you, and it's not to take anything away with all the big plays that they made utilizing him. But my point is you may have 5 really good players, but if you're only comfortable with 2 of them, it doesn't matter. So I want to see, is he on the same page with more than one? Is there a default guy that's almost too much of a default guy, if that makes sense? How quickly can all these receivers be part of the offense? That to me is going to determine, the passing game and all the things that kind of come under that umbrella.
Whole team. Like Teamwork Roofing, who, by the way, has gotten back to me.
What's the story?
The leadership of Teamwork Roofing and Construction has gotten back to me on what they eat.
Yeah.
Remember, you think pickles. Why would you eat pickles? For hydration and all that. And so it's hot out there. Yeah. So I thought surely I was going to get, this back, pickles and whatever those snap things are and trail mix and all that. We feed them donuts and sausage rolls first thing at 6 a.m. and they do it again at lunch.
That's right. Quick energy.
We got enough Gatorade to feed an army.
Yeah.
But donuts and sausage rolls get us through the day.
Pickles and things like that, Encrustables.
That's not there. No, they got real men out here on these jobs, apparently.
Putting a roof on's not like,
Certified work. You don't have to worry about putting any weight on. You just sweat it right out.
That's the truth.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, homes, businesses, commercial work, repairs, new roofs, whatever it is. Check out their Facebook page to look at the quality of a job well done. They're not going to leave a single nail behind. Every job site's immaculate when they leave. On the front end, they tell you exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and then that's exactly what happens. That's what they actually make their core motto about. Doing what they say they're going to do, having a relationship with you can believe and trust in, and then a job well done. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, certified materials, certified workers, no shortcuts on quality because they're built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Does the show feel like it's always a friendly environment? I was going to say, just like
I guess it depends on which side of the fence you're on.
It's friendly. Sometimes you get yelled at, but it's still friendly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck's still going to call all the games this year. We're going to listen to you come in here and be tired, and 65% of you is better than 100% of everybody else. We'll take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Brett McMurphy on 3 Sports is coming up at 8:30.
That'll be good.
He's a good college football. Been doing it a long time for ESPN and a lot of other people. Most recently with On 3. He's connected. I've known Brett since Stan Heath came to Arkansas.
Wow.
He was working in Tampa, still lives there, and was covering maybe for the Tampa Tribune, among other things, University of South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And so, man, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Stan
I've
Heath.
known him ever since then.
Stan the man.
What was that, 2005?
Was it?
Yeah.
Was
five,
it
When was
five,
Nolan's
6.
last year? I forget.
Well, no, Stan was like 02, 03, somewhere in there when he was hired.
that? Nolan's
All right.
last year was like 01.
Yeah.
Right in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, I know.
Where does the time go?
But Stan made the NCAA tournament, I think, back-to-back years there at the end, lost to Bucknell. And one
Did you see where his one of his
He's
star
doing something
basketball
now.
players went into the Pro Football Hall of Fame over the weekend? Antonio Gates.
Yeah,
You remember he played for that Kent State team.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
then
He went to the Final Four.
converted to football full time.
He's
and,
the head coach at Eastern Michigan, by the way.
Who is?
Stan Heath.
Is he really?
Head coach at Eastern Michigan. They went 16-16 last year, which I would imagine is one of the best years in recent memory for them.
I had
Are
no
you
idea.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
John Pelfrey's coaching.
Yeah, I knew
Tennessee
that.
Tech.
I knew
Tennessee
that.
Tech.
He's doing well there, too.
Who else is out there? Where
Muss
are they now?
Muss is at USC.
Muss is at USC.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck.
That's fantastic. He sure is. I bet they'll be okay this year.
I'll bet they're better. I'll
Yeah,
bet they're
they'll-
better.
they'll be okay.
Well, they lost Arenas' kid, but
Coach-
they'll still be all
The
right.
coaches' poll's out.
I saw that.
According to the coaches' poll, Arkansas has 6 ranked teams on their schedule.
3 in the top 10.
And this is the first time since 1999 that OU has not been preseason ranked in the coaches' poll. Almost 7 o'clock.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataract started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com. Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Which is worse, being shooed or shushed?
Probably shushed.
I mean, you want to start a fight at home?
Chuck, you sound like you have some
Well,
experience.
I'm just saying. Now, being shooed for a guy, being shooed is probably worse than being shushed.
Probably so.
For a female, it's been my experience. I can only speak from experience. That shushing is worse than shooing. Shushing is, I mean, that's going to get you in trouble.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, we got fall camp underway.
Well, we do.
Had a practice yesterday. Got another one today.
Thursday's when they'll put the full pads on. Full regalia.
Yeah. You want to do a little practice report? We'll get to that coming up. We'll get the full pads out there and everything.
Popping?
Yeah, why not?
I like that.
Taylor Green's got a documentary out on Hogs Plus, a series. Next Level 2.0. Docu-series 2.0. Taylor Green. Are we going to get the 2.0 this year from Taylor Green? That's one of the big questions.
I think it's the big question. The question.
The question.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Do you have a bigger question? And by the way, is Bobby Petrino still worth a touchdown? What will Bobby Petrino do on offense with his group this year? What will his players do on offense in year 2 with this daunting schedule? We are talking football.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We're talking football right now. Let's do a little practice report. The defensive lineman had a spirited individual drill. Position of practice. Coach Deke Adams brought a lot of energy. 5 pop-up dummies were used for one drill. As linemen shuffled their feet and went to the punch of the bags. They didn't have Clemson paw prints.
I was going to say, were there paw prints?
They went to punch the bags and get around them. The focus of the drill was not speed, but on flipping their hips correctly and being physical with the jab. Adams energetically demonstrated the drill once, which hyped the group.
Is that from an actual article?
Yes.
What's that from?
Whole Hog Sports.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is dramatic.
Offensive and defensive linemen went against each other in one-on-one blocking drills again Monday. Adams and offensive line coach Eric Mateos were lively during the station, prodding their players on.
Wow. I mean, that is like Faulkner-esque.
Yeah. Here's one. Former Arkansas defensive back Anthony Switzer, who played his final year of college football last season with the Razorbacks after transferring from Utah State, came to watch practice.
Yeah. Well, that is noteworthy.
A scout for the Tennessee Titans was in attendance. Full practice report.
Scouting. That is
704.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
That is
We
good.
don't have the right music yet, but we're going to get this. We're going to perfect this, and I hope they don't stop doing this because we're doing
That is like
they're writing these
that's as
practice
literal.
reports for me.
I mean, that's as literal as it gets. I'm going to write what I see.
Let's try some different tracks.
All right. Rohan Jones.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. After transferring in from Montana State during the winter portal period and transitioning to
that
SEC
was good
football
on the winter
practices.
part where you had the low. Yeah, that was good.
That was an adjustment for Jones. That's the one
This
I'm looking
is the
for.
one.
Yeah, that's it right there.
That's
Classic
it.
Battle
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Sam Spence.
Okay, there we go. Jones has
Bookmark it.
bulked up 9 pounds over the summer to get his body physically ready for the uptick in competition. He's now listed at 6'3", 242 pounds. Jones seems like the team's top pass-catching tight end option. I think once he went through spring, he was like oh, crap, like this ain't Montana State. Arkansas strength coach
That
Ben
was-
Souter
oh,
said last
okay,
week.
all right.
Which is a really good program, but it's just different.
Yeah. They're a good small college program. They are.
I like the defensive line part of this practice report.
Oh, yeah.
The focus of
Really
the drill
nice
was
work
not
on the
on
music,
speed,
Edward.
but on
Really
flipping
nice.
their hips correctly and being physical with the jab. Adams energetically demonstrated the drill once, which hyped the group up.
Hyped them up energetically. Descriptive wording. I like that.
Adams and offensive line coach Eric Mateos were lively during the station, prodding their players on.
That really is.
We'll get this going. This is going to be good. This is a good test run here
Some
today.
excellent writing.
Very good writing. It's going to be dependent on the writing. Now, Bart, you're a writer. Let's see what you can do. Why don't you come up with a practice report tomorrow? And it doesn't have to be accurate.
Emphasizing the jab.
Yeah.
You know, phrases like that.
Okay.
You know, the stomping of feet.
So and so.
Early on, they did
Stomped
karaoke.
his feet and swore.
Hipping the flips. Hipping the flips. Flipping the hips.
I'm just going to write a scene from Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be good.
Somehow the team ended up at Gettysburg.
Oh, God.
Here's Talon Green from his episode 1 on the documentary series, the docu-series on Talon, about what Petrino did after last season.
Coach Petrino had, a lot to, say I have to get better at, and that's what I really, love about Coach Petrino, whether it's my footwork or, my mechanics and just being more consistent with, my decision-making with, the turnovers, like I said. He already had, a cut-up of my, falling away throws, my fadeaway throws, and he, dials it in, how many times I completed the ball, how many times I didn't, my sidearm throws, how many times I completed it, how many times I didn't, and my completion percentage of that, my completion percentage when I, have perfect mechanics and things like that. So it was really cool to see how he, dissected that and his plans for me during the offseason to, coaches can tell you, what you have to get better at, but, the really elite coaches, the great coaches will, guide you and coach you through it. And that's what, I really liked about Coach Petrino is we had a plan to, go about what I had to get better at.
There's not much that's going to happen on the field that's going to get by Petrino. I mean, you're not going to, as a quarterback, you're not going to make a fundamental mistake here or there that maybe only a trained eye can see and get away with it. He's going to be on top of everything. And, one of the things that I always found interesting when he was a head coach, first off, he's one of the few head coaches I've ever been around that could probably coach every position. In fact, there was a time or two where he probably did coach every position on the field. But footwork was always what it seemed like anyway, just as an observer, that it always, whether it was a quarterback, whether it was a lineman, whether it was a receiver, it came back to footwork. That there was so much of success or failure as a football player that's wrapped up in your footwork. And so when when we hear these clips of him working with Talon, and Talon talking about it in this case, that footwork term always comes up. And that takes me back to watching a lot of his practices when he was a head coach.
We have an example of just that.
So you say... No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying this foot is going to go here. See how my toes pointed where I'm at? Now I'm getting them to the ball deep. I'm giving him all that alley to run the ball.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right?
Foot out. Start.
That's better. That's better. That's better. Foot out.
There you go.
I mean, that's
exactly
it.
what you said.
I mean, that's it right there. That is it. And, I mean, I had to laugh when I was listening to him say that because I can just tell you from going many times when he was the head coach, I mean, that's what you heard.
Listen to the very beginning. It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
So you say...
No, I'm not saying that at all.
I mean...
That's so him.
Yes,
No,
that
I'm
is
not
so
saying
him.
that at all.
Yeah, no. You could not be more wrong.
But then he shows them.
I know he
You
does.
know, he really.
I know he does.
And when
Hey.
you watch him coach, it is fascinating. It really is.
I mean,
It's so precise.
I watched him show a holder how to spin the ball one day, and I swear to God, I mean, it's something. It's
Yeah,
something to
I
see.
mean,
Oh,
the detail.
he's a football coach to the core.
So what do we think's going to happen in year 2 of these guys?
I am hopeful. I am hopeful. There are there were some things that Talon did last year that just made you say wow, and then there were other times it was like he's still got a long way to go. And when I hear Petrino even now coaching him, there's still some real coaching going on there. I mean, I don't know if there's ever really a finished product, but there's still a lot. There's obviously there was a lot to learn at the end of last season, and that's why I said to the point of where people I'm sure were tired of hearing it. Let's just survive this season, win enough games, and give these guys another summer, another year, another season together, and see what can happen. Well, now we're here.
Yeah.
And, now it's time to go out and do it.
So can we do this? Can we go here for a second, or is this out of bounds? Can we ask the question, like just beyond Arkansas's record, can we ask the question, like what kind of impact do you think Talon, Petrino, year 2 will have? And based on what you've heard about the roster, how does that impact what you think about the season so far? Instead of just blindly saying, oh, no, we're no good again, or they're going to go 8-4. I mean, maybe we can put something to it besides just this.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. 877-377-6963. Brought to you in part by First Security Bank. They're a lot more than that. They'll dig in with you. They'll help you figure out exactly what you need to bank better, whatever the need is, whether it's a loan or checking account or savings or interest rates. First Security Bank can walk you through the whole process. That's what they do. Friendly professionals, Arkansas people, helping Arkansas folks with convenient locations all over our state. That's how you bank better. FSbank.com. You can bank online or just check out more about First Security Bank there. First Security Bank, member FDIC, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
That's special.
I feel like it's kind of my duty to keep Chuck moving. And so I'm just saying, I think one more experience this summer.
Well, I might have one.
Just one
I
more.
might have one left in me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Starting to feel like fall out there, at least a little bit. Now, we've got summer left. It's going to be hot before it's all said and done. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric's ready regardless of what the seasons bring. We love the change of seasons, but it also means that your heating and cooling system can, there's a little wear and tear there. The great thing about Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric is they maintain your system year-round. So whether it's the dog days of August and you're just hoping that thing will hang on for the rest of summer, or we're in the dead of winter and you're hoping that thing will get you through that time of year, Pascal makes it possible. And right now you can save money, whether it's a whole home system or whether it's just making sure what you have is working properly. They are the pros. Professional people, professional service. You can log on to gopascal.com.
Coaches polls out. We got the all names team out. Bart had it, and he's looking for it. He got lost in the situation room.
I got it.
Do you want to know the coaches poll? Do we want to go down this road?
Texas and Ohio State.
Yeah,
that's going to be.
That's 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Coaches polls mean nothing. I shouldn't say nothing. There's something to talk about, but they're about what 50%.
Well, it's not really
accurate.
the coaches sitting down and contemplating this.
No,
it's a media relations person.
Yeah, well, and that's what it needs to be. The coaches aren't paying any attention.
Yeah.
Penn State's 3, Georgia 4, Notre Dame 5, Clemson, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Miami round out the top 10. Arizona State 11, Illinois checks in at 12, just ahead of South Carolina.
This is Illinois' highest ranking since the early 90s, preseason. I mean, any ranking, any part of the year, this is the highest they've been
Brett
ranked
Bielema,
in
man.
over 20 years.
They're just doing it again in the Big Ten. Michigan 14. Is Michigan going to be good?
I don't think so.
South Carolina's 13.
Yeah, yep.
Just gonna be honest.
Ole Miss 14. SMU 16, Florida 17, then Tennessee, Indiana, K-State round out the top 20. We've already established that K-State would have 4 wins by our estimation in the SEC with Arkansas' schedule.
You mentioned Tennessee. Did you see what they posted on social media? Like they posted a practice highlight clip, but it was a defensive back making an interception, and they blurred out the quarterback.
Let's talk about this.
Oh, did they really blurt out his number? Wow.
No, just blurred him out entirely.
Like a blue dot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's talk about this. Good or bad move? Like what's?
I think it's a great move.
I think it's fantastic.
It's first of all, it's hilarious. Second of all, Tennessee fans are crazy. So like you're just kind of playing into their paranoia. It's great.
Some people were criticizing it, and I wondered why.
No, it's awesome.
What is there to be criticized about that?
It's awesome.
I love that. We're gonna show the part of the play we want to show you, which was a great pick by the DB, but we're not going to show you who threw it.
Yeah, I love it.
That's awesome. Good for them. That's creativity right there. David and Cersei. How is Cersei this morning, David?
Oh, it's a beautiful morning, guys. It really is. Very blessed to be alive, living in America, and listening to the Chuck and Bo show.
Well, what more could you want out of life?
There you go. Own the day, David. You got it going right there. Thank you.
First of all, I've been wanting to tell you guys for a while how much I appreciate you, especially help bringing me through this slow period. From baseball to football, nothing to talk about. Y'all always got something to talk about, something to give a guy to think about. We really appreciate it, too.
Wow. Thank you.
It's been especially bad for me because I got too much water and I can't get to my main field down on the farm to get any planting done.
Man.
Nothing worse.
And it's terrible, man. I'm about to go nuts. My buddy that helps me, he's about to go nuts. And now, we can tune in and listen to you guys and get our mind off of the problems and everything, makes the world go around. And there's a couple of things I'd like to say. First of all, I almost said low expectations. That'd be very unfair. My thoughts about this year's football team is, I've said if we have a good season is 6-6 with this schedule. But, you get to listen to things, and you know how coaches are. People call it coach speak. Well, I don't know so much about that. In private conversations, I've kind of downed our running back room a little bit because it seems very average if you just look at it, And we'd like to be in the upper 50% in the SEC. But then you hear Bobby Petrino say the number one guy that you brought in the transfer portal to carry the ball. I looked at his stats, 600 and something yards with New Mexico State. He's 6'2", 227, runs 4.6. Nothing really stands out. There was another guy had more yards on the team than he did. And then you hear Bobby Petrino very excited about this young man and doing something he said he rarely ever does is make comparisons. He said he looks like Niall Davis. And I thought, well, okay, let's just bring him on, man. And then you hear Sam Pittman, and I don't think he knows where he stands with his job security. And he is really talking up this football team in that he says we look like an SEC team. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster. And gosh darn, it just makes me get to feeling good. And, hey, let's just bring it on and see what happens, man. I love to hear stuff like that. And I think we get set in our own minds about what we know, but we don't know anything. And one more thing that's brought me through. I'm on this Arkansas Razorback.
Just so you know, I want you to land the plane and finish strong because this is a top 3 call of all time from you so far.
Gosh, man, you're putting some pressure on it.
Don't blow it now.
Don't fizzle out.
Okay. Well, let me encourage Razorback fans to get on your phone, call up Broderick Green's 99-yard touchdown run. Man, if that don't get you going, I'm telling you what, the touchdown pass from almost your own end zone right before halftime against LSU, man, if things like that don't get you going, hearing somebody holler, touchdown, Arkansas, just screaming it as loud as he can, I thought that announcers could get no better than what we had at the time. And I have to say, Chuck, you're the best I've ever heard.
Wow.
The most solid,
That's how you
the
finish
best
right
I've
there.
ever heard. Basketball, football. You cannot be beat, man. You get those chill bumps going.
David's
And I'm
fired
telling
up
you,
this
we really
morning.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
And last, I'd like to could I say one more
Yeah,
thing?
I mean, encore.
I tuned in a little bit late one morning. For some reason, I slept past 6, and y'all were talking about someone disparaging Edward. And I thought, What kind of a fool is this?
Yeah.
Out of your quartet, I believe Edward, I knew right off the bat he'd be the only one I wanted living next door to me. So, Edward,
You're right about
in
that.
my book, brother. Thanks a lot. You guys
Thanks,
have a great
David.
day.
Thank you,
That actually went to maybe number one of your calls. That might have been give him a bang right there. That was fantastic. One more. Yes. Chuck, he went all in on Chuck.
Wow,
God,
and Edward
dang.
too. I mean, he loves Edward.
He gets chills.
Edward's the
listening
first
to you.
voice. Edward's the first voice.
He wants to
hears,
live
so.
next to Edward, and he
made it pretty clear he doesn't want to live next to any of the rest of us.
I'll be honest. I don't think I can move to Cersei. So, I mean, it's a great place to live. I know some great people there, but I don't know about that.
I didn't realize David was such a farmer.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, he's an outdoor.
I mean, I
guy.
knew he was lived in Cersei, but I know he's a farmer.
I appreciate all the things he said. I really do. I mean that. I particularly appreciate his excitement about the season, and this is what I always wonder about in August: is why anybody would kind of root for things not to go well.
Well, there are people that are rooting for things not to go well, and I mean that's just
like
that's par for the course.
Root for it to go well.
But here's the deal, and I've always believed this. You were talking about going out to practice a little bit later today. I know there are people out there right now that have their minds made up. Anybody that says anything other than we're terrible is a propagandist. I mean, I understand there are people out there like that. I'd like for those people, if they could or would, go watch a couple of days of practice. Go watch what these guys do for a couple of days. And I think you might be a little bit less disrespectful of what someone does, when they go about their work every day. You can still have your opinion that, hey, we need to get better and we're not as good as we need to be. You can even have the opinion that, hey, every single one of them needs to go and we need to start over. But when you just disregard the work that people do, that's the part in all this that and I listen to other shows, and I listen to people that I know have no earthly idea what's going on over there. But they've already got their minds made up about how it's going to go, and they're smart enough to know there's a group of people that agrees with them. But I just always found that part distasteful because I think it does disrespect what those guys do out there.
Well, it's kind of like we talked about a few minutes ago.
And I know people disagree with that, and that's okay.
Well, I think anybody can formulate an opinion, but can you formulate one instead of just having one? Can you put any work into having an opinion? Like read an article, watch the coverage, go find something, listen to an interview about the team. Does it affect you in any way, or is it just like, well, we're not going to be any good again, so I don't even know why? I mean, listen, I always say I don't know what the record is going to be, but the more I hear about the development of players, and I realize everybody's positive in the preseason, I get that too, but it's not like they were miles away from being a good team last year. I mean, they won 7 games.
They were 2 wins away from where they were when we all went to Tampa and thought, hey, we're about to be great.
And they blew
again.
the game against Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
And all these other one-possession games. So could they have gotten better from last year? And what will that look like this year?
See, you said the game right there that I think turned a lot of people away was the Oklahoma State game. I think the Memphis game on the schedule this year, and it's interesting to me, we're so desensitized to these SEC games now. We forget how good these teams are sometimes. But I look back at Oklahoma State last year, and again, the Memphis game for a lot of people, I suspect, in September is going to determine if Arkansas doesn't win that game, it's going to be, see, I told you we're terrible, because I don't know what will have happened the week before against Ole Miss. But I do think there are certain games out there that set the tone for how people feel, not just about that season, but just overall. And those are important games to win. And I think the Memphis game, it has that potential this year. I don't think that's a season maker if you win it, and I'm not suggesting that. But, boy, if you lose that ball game, I think a lot of people that's one of those games that could be like the Oklahoma State game last year.
Looking for a place to watch the games, maybe road games, or maybe you don't have tickets, can't get to a game? Walk-Ons is the spot. Wall-to-wall TVs. You won't miss a single play no matter where you sit. And for all the NFL action, they have every single game. You're not going to miss a game. You're a Cincinnati Bengals fan like Bart, you can go watch the games. You like the Cleveland Browns, you like the Chiefs, whatever it is, you can watch all the games at Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs, every location, great food, not just good food, great people, nonstop sports action at Walk-Ons. And you can go there anytime. There didn't have to be a game on, and you enjoy your time at Walk-Ons. And while you're there, ask about a Flight by Yuengling. They have it on draft. Flight is 95 calories. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. The next generation of light beer brewed from America's oldest brewery. Flight by Yuengling. It's the Chuck and Bo Show, 7:32 on a Tuesday.
They're all crazy. And I don't mean that in a critical way. We got issues in this room. I'm going to be truthful about that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
They're leaving. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits.
it's
Can you
awesome.
believe it?
Goodbye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
They're leaving.
See, now that's what moment is that going to be this year? We've talked about upsets. What moment's Chuck going to get to call that?
They're leaving.
LSU.
Maybe
They're
on the road.
leaving.
Yeah, they're headed to the exits.
LSU.
Or they're rushing the field from all four corners.
I'm going to.
That was a good one last year.
I'm anxious to see what happens at Ole Miss.
Yeah?
I am. I'm anxious to see what happens. Now.
You're getting in the mood.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Slowly
there.
but
I'm not there
surely.
yet,
Yeah.
but I'm getting there.
I love it. August 5th, Tuesday.
What a
Full
time to be
pads
alive.
come on Thursday. Let's go.
It's a great day.
Oh, by the way, I came in this morning, looked at my the temperature in the vehicle, 67.
That was great.
Had the windows down.
Felt like football.
Also,
I had the windows down too this morning.
I roll by a 7 Brew this morning at 5:25. There's 6 cars in the drive-through, and there's no lights on in the 7 Brew. Like the people working haven't even gotten there.
Yeah, that's
like
It
they
says they
much.
open at 5:30.
They open, and I think they do, but
that's a bit much.
I don't know.
That's a
Like
bit much
at
for
5
me.
to be in line before they open.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
That's
man, it's coffee.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well,
if
it's
you're
not
up
even
and
that.
you're going, you got to have that caffeine.
Starbucks
jolt,
opens
man.
at 5. You could just go there
Well,
instead of waiting
okay.
Yeah.
early.
like, man, just
Now, if you did a quality of coffee test, I mean, Starbucks has withstood the test of time, but I think it's all the stuff they put in all the drinks at 7 Brew that people go there for. But this isn't the first time I've seen this. I see it all the time.
I don't dislike
And
7 Brew
and
by any means.
Yeah,
I just like that's too much for me.
but I
I'm not
forget
waiting
about
in
it,
line.
and I can't believe people are in their vehicles outside of a dark coffee shop. There are no lights on in the coffee shop, is all I know. I don't know if anybody's in there working with a flashlight and getting ready or what, but the lights aren't on.
See, your true caffeine addict can't wait to go to like 7 Brew or Starbucks. You got to load up at home.
That's right.
And so I always wonder, like when people are in line at a coffee place that early, are they there for like coffee, caffeine to get going, or is there one of these
flavor.
little frou-frou
That's
coffee
the flavor.
drinks that they go for?
Yeah, or one of those energy drinks
Yeah.
with the flavors.
Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Or
I go for
maybe-
coffee right out of bed.
Maybe
first thing.
Maybe they just want somebody to talk to.
Maybe.
Because they'll talk to you
Possible.
at 7 Brew.
They
Have you
will.
been through a 7 Brew, Chuck?
I have.
What you doing today? What's your day like so far? What are you doing next?
Well, the one
terrible.
It's awful.
It's
too
not
much
awful.
conversation.
It's awful.
It's not awful.
No,
keep my
I'm saying
window rolled up.
that's
I-
what,
I
like next time
started-
I go, I'm just gonna be like, man, let me tell you, I'm
No,
just gonna
I-
make something up.
I do.
It's a terrible day.
No, I do. I did. Well, I got my first drug run done this morning, and I got another one behind the church at noon, and I'm going to need this because I've been up all night. So if we could get this caffeine going, that'd be great. And this kid will just look at me.
Well, since you asked,
And
my
I'll be like,
spouse-
how's your day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck's like, well, my wife just ran off with the drummer
Yeah,
for
yeah,
some
exactly,
band.
some rock
and
and
I'm
roll
trying to
band.
kind of get my stuff together, and it's going to be a long day.
I
I'm going to
haven't
need some
slept in 3
caffeine.
days.
Things to say at 7 Bro.
This is a great segment. It's a great segment.
Edward, what do you have?
I just roll my window up.
Edward's
keep
the
it cracked.
nicest guy in the room, and even he rolls his
It's
window.
just too
up.
much.
true.
It's just too much.
That's true.
Just give me my cup of coffee.
Also, we just
I'm with
we
you
don't
on that
we
one,
don't
Edward.
go there. You know, we just don't go.
The
It's always
conversation-
too many cars.
Too much
and it's-
talking.
and it's not that good.
Wow.
Wow.
Edward.
Edward will give you an honest
He
review.
will.
It's the
He
crumble
will.
cookie of coffee.
No, look, some
the
of
caloric
the
count
crumble
on some of
cookie.
these.
Yeah.
The caloric count on these drinks they
Yeah.
have is.
Yeah. Well, I
Well, Edward's always
I get
looking with a
sugar-free.
judgmental eye at your coffee drink.
I get
Wow,
sugar
Just
free.
think of all the calories. in
energy
that.
drink, but I don't really do
That's
it
fair.
much anymore. But back when I was really needing the caffeine, before the Sweat and the Medge came along and changed my life,
Right.
and I don't do much of that anymore besides coffee in the
I
morning.
saw you with the Celsius the other day.
I did. I
See,
occasionally I will have
judgmental
one.
eye right there.
just
you
a-
always notice.
Occasionally I will have.
I'm
Like if I
just
don't sleep
observing.
particularly well or
Yeah.
whatever, or don't, like if I got to deal with you all day,
Yep.
I'll. And by you, I just mean the collective you.
Sure.
I may have a little boost here and there, but I used to drink 2 of those a day.
I know. I remember shooting the hog pod 4 or 5 years
Bo's
ago.
hands were shaking.
There was like 2 Celsius sitting next to him.
Yeah.
Tapping
so
his
that's
foot.
good. That's
yeah,
good.
no, it is way better. And then there was me and Chad Morris's relationship of sugar-free Red Bull. We had a bond over sugar-free Red Bull.
I do sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah. And then once that all went south, I had to let that go.
Yeah.
To get off the sugar-free Red Bull. Couldn't do it. Didn't feel in good conscience about it anymore. Good conscience.
I wondered about all that when that was going on. All the Red Bull.
Just kind of,
the Red Bull enthusiasm.
Yeah. Did you know? Did you know I had a problem?
No, I didn't know you had a problem. But I knew you were into that. I mean, I knew you're into that energy stuff. You know, you're always like, I want to have energy.
Yeah.
I love energy.
Just like that.
I know, it's so true.
I want to have energy.
Yeah.
I love energy. Oh, I want to have some energy. Chuck, do you like energy? I love energy.
It's okay. I mean,
You know what? I love your energy, Chuck. Your energy's enough for me. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Hey, there's plenty of energy at Blakeman's, and they have caffeine. They have real coffee there.
They'll give you a drink.
They got Onyx coffee. Yeah, they've got scotch.
Up, down,
They'll give
whatever you want.
Prosecco. They just want to hear your story, and then they'll give you something to fit it. Mark your milestone at Blakeman's. It's the official jeweler of the Chuck and Bo Show and the Razorbacks. And it's more than jewelry. It's your story. It's 744. Good morning. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a Flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
in this room have opinions. Facts are secondary to a good argument.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Where's Bart at? Here he comes.
Did he have another episode? Is he all
I
right?
don't know.
Hey, by the way, thanks to Michael in Cave Springs, I've been wondering, and I knew it was upcoming, but I guess that SEC series dropped
On Netflix? Yeah, I saw it was going to.
I couldn't remember what date here in August, but I'm interested in how they put it together. I think it's sort of storytelling around what it's like playing Southeastern Conference football, what the towns are like, all that. Some things we know, but I'm interested to see how they put it together. And that's the kind of approach Netflix would have to something like this, because they want to show it to people in Europe or other countries as well of what it's like here.
Yeah.
Just like we watch a little Drive to Survive or, the F1 stuff or whatever. Have you ever watched any of that?
No, never. No.
That's shocking.
I'm
how
not
about-
into that.
How about Race for the Crown? That's a good one on horse
haven't-
racing.
no, I haven't
Pretty
seen
good
it.
stuff. They got some good characters on there. Bart has the all-name team, the all-college football name team in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room.
Yeah.
Chevy of Fayetteville. Chuck, tell us about Chevy of Fayetteville and that Silverado that you're gracing the highway
I
with.
said right off the bat, I said, man, I like those Silverado pickups. And I've just had it on my brain, had it on my mind, thought about it, couldn't stop thinking about it, got one. And better than I imagined. I mean, look, it's been a while since I've had a truck. There's a lot of new features and stuff on there now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's some really fancy.
That screen's a whole
I
computer.
don't really know. I mean, I've still, every day I try to give myself something to learn inside the vehicle, so I won't
really?
be stupid.
Really?
Well, maybe not
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, I like that approach.
Right now, I'm trying to master the light coming on when you open the door.
Oh,
and
yeah.
going
Yeah.
off.
You just got to find it on the
Yeah,
settings there.
well, it's
You'll get
easier
there.
said than done.
I know. You got to spend some time in the driveway or the
Yeah.
garage in the vehicle.
I know.
Not running
Yeah.
with the garage door closed.
I
Don't
know.
do that.
I've already done that. I mean, I didn't turn the car on, the truck on.
Okay. Unmatched selection.
Let's ride, though, Bart. What do you say?
Unmatched selection, unbeatable prices, award-winning service, people you can trust. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. Bart, let's ride.
Yeah, so FanDuel put this together. There are actually 3 teams and an honorable mention team. So a lot of
holy cow
good names, I guess, in college football
Third
this
team
year.
all-name.
First team all-name quarterback is from Army, God's Power Wahiwe.
That's
God's
his name?
Power Wahiwe.
Army. Okay.
Well, Wehe.
All right. Well, we got a lot, so keep going.
I'm just going to give you some
That's his
selection.
first name, God's Power?
One word, God's Power. Wide receiver at Purdue, our old friend Barry Odom has Nitro Tuggle.
Wow.
Nitro.
That's great.
I kind of like that.
Tight end at Colorado State, Rocky Beers.
Nice. That's cool. That's a Coors sponsorship.
Yeah. App State, another one of our old friends, Dow Loggins, has an offensive lineman, Big Al Oliver.
Big Al.
Big Al is his name.
Like actual name?
Yes, Big Al Oliver. Another one of our friends, Rhett Lashley at SMU, has an offensive lineman, and this is a perfect O-line name, King Large.
King Large.
yeah.
That's big.
King
These are
Large.
So good. These
Duke,
are so good.
Duke has a linebacker named Memorable Factor.
What,
Memorable Factor.
Like what's going on with
Bowling Green has a linebacker, Gideon ESPN Lampron. His middle name.
ESPN.
I wonder if it's pronounced Espen. I don't
That's
know.
his middle name.
That's an actual given name.
Yes, Gideon ESPN
It's his
Lampron.
Christian name.
Just a couple more here I'll give you.
I'm dead.
South Carolina linebacker Demon Clowney, a cousin of Jadeveon
Yeah, he
Clowney.
is.
Demon.
Jeez.
Defensive back
That is
for
not
Rice.
his Christian name.
Satan.
Defensive back for Rice, Mobility.
That's good.
First name
That
Mo,
is good.
last name Bility. Defensive back for Incarnate Word, should be playing at Arkansas, Pig Cage.
Wow. I remember.
Pig Cage.
He played somewhere else
He did,
before
yeah.
he went there. I remember. We've played him.
And then the final one, and I'm going to make it a personal goal to get this person on the show,
Okay.
representing the state of Arkansas, the UCA Bears, defensive back, Dude Person.
Dude person. That's
Dude
big.
Person.
Singular?
Yeah, got to be on the show. Got to have him on the show. Dude Person.
Please.
from
Where's
UCLA.
dude from? Does it say?
I'm sure I can find it.
Dude, that's
Dude, where's my car? He's from Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Dude.
Those names now.
The dude.
Dude person.
How about that? Almost 8 o'clock. Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What are you going to do today, Chuck? Oh, I'm going to go sit in one of those chairs at the mall and relax.
I had that done one time, and I swear I had no skin on my neck, the back. I mean, it was horrible. It's the worst experience of my life.
What's that?
You know, when you go in the mall and you get in that chair and they rub you down, you know, and they give you. This was like years ago. This was years ago.
I was talking about the actual massage chair, like the electronic one.
No, I don't do that. Maybe I go to a different mall than you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
Do you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Cooler temps today, Chuck, in the 80s.
Feels like fall. Early fall. Fake fall.
Feels great.
It's going to be hot by the end of the week, though.
What's been great is the early mornings. You know, like even after the show, you go out at 9 o'clock and you can. It's still nice enough. You
very
can sit
pleasant.
outside and have a cup of coffee. Had
Right
dinner
with the
on
windows down.
Dinner on a deck last night.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I always enjoy
beautiful.
that. I always enjoy outdoor eating.
We had a little afternoon
do.
shower. Well, it's beautiful.
It's like a picnic.
Yeah, it is.
It's the way you said
Well,
it.
I mean,
You like to grill out,
enjoy
go out to the deck, grill
outdoor
out.
eating.
That's the best.
Eat outside. It's great.
We are entering the best time of the year in Arkansas. Fall. Fall is lovely.
Oh, you're not wrong.
It's just amazing. Let's just soak it in. Give me that Mike McDaniel. Where's Mike McDaniel? Right on cue. I need Mike McDaniel.
The Dolphins coach,
There it
Mr.
is.
Positivity.
Here he is.
You should stand corrected. Good morning. False. Great morning. Let's go.
Why great? What makes this one great?
Because we're another day closer to death.
That's the spirit.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So
That's the spirit.
Good morning on behalf
Yeah.
of the Chuck
Great
and Bo
morning.
Show.
Great
morning.
Yeah.
On behalf of the Chuck and Bo Show. Cooler temperatures today. I enjoy eating outdoors. That'll be something maybe we could do again tonight. Speaking of eating, it's National Oyster Day.
I noticed that.
Who here likes an oyster?
I enjoy oysters.
Yeah,
We got a consensus in the room on oysters?
Oysters Rockefeller.
Oh, Edward has no interest.
Half shell, cracker.
Yeah.
Little bit of horseradish.
Don't even need the cracker.
Fried oysters.
You get
Fried oysters are okay.
I can take or leave that. I like
Oysters Rockefeller is my favorite, way they're prepared.
They are good.
Tell me more, Bart. What does that look like?
Well, it's just the dish.
dish.
It involves, yeah.
I like the little, you get like 3 different little sauces. Different places do different things.
Right.
You sound, like you have this way of sounding, I don't know, bougie comes to
Bart
mind.
has a snobby palate.
but that-
Let's just say it.
Okay.
Let's just say it.
Yeah.
I like Oysters Rockefeller. What's the problem?
Like, I'm surprised, to be
I like
frank.
them on the half shell, raw.
Yeah, same.
Cracker.
Same.
A little bit of horseradish.
Yeah. Oh, that's destined, right? That's destined,
Well,
Pensacola.
I don't know about destined, but that to me is the best way to eat them.
I mean, that's fine. I don't always have to have the cracker, but yeah, that's I can go with that.
Okay.
Like something you're going to get at the basic at Acme Oyster House.
Yeah.
Bart sounds like he should be a guy that lives in Manhattan.
No.
Can you see Bart
No.
living on the Upper East Side of
Oh, my
Manhattan?
God, no.
Coffee shop, newspaper out. Just looks like he's got something important to do today.
I would never thrive in
Do
New
you?
York City.
Do you? We've never really gotten into this. Do you get up on a Saturday morning and go to a coffee shop and take your iPad and just read the Wall Street Journal?
No, I don't. I usually
don't do
sleep
that
in on Saturdays because I'm tired from getting up early all
You
week.
too, huh?
Yeah.
What does sleeping in on a Saturday look like for you?
Well, it depends on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Can you sleep till 10 o'clock? Can you sleep till 10?
Not straight through. Like I'd probably wake up around 7 and then be like, nah, to hell with this, and go back to bed.
See, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It reminds me of College Game Day coming.
Yeah.
Another like a Saturday morning.
When are they coming?
Some coffee going on TV.
To your city.
It's coming. They're not coming here.
Okay.
Not yet.
We don't know that.
They might be
We
coming.
don't know. What if
All right.
what if that Arkansas Notre Dame game is a
Yeah.
matchup of undefeateds?
How about it?
There aren't a lot of other
Would
options that week, I
ESPN
don't
throw
think.
themselves at Notre Dame like that?
Yes.
Would they give Notre Dame that kind of?
Yes, they would.
Yeah. Okay. That could happen.
I'm pulling up the schedule right
Write
now.
it down.
Let's just
Chuck
dream.
today, if you missed it earlier in the show, Chuck got a feeling.
No, they're going to be at Florida, Miami. Sorry.
I got a feeling what?
You got a feeling about the Ole Miss game.
I think it's going to – I'm looking forward to that game. I think,
something came out
early
earlier.
season conference games to me are always kind of wild card games. You remember when Arkansas used to always play Alabama, third game of the season, when we first joined the league, always played them. And it was true. I mean, you wanted to play teams like that early. I don't know how good Ole Miss is going to be, but that's an important game. I think it's going to be a good game.
I stand corrected. College game day will not be here for the Arkansas Notre Dame game. It does not matter.
Where will they be?
They will be in Athens for Alabama, Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Those two teams could be winless, and they would still be in Athens
All
for
right.
Alabama,
All right,
Georgia.
I got a question for you. Alabama and Georgia both in the preseason top 10. Will either one of them be in the postseason top 10?
Yes.
I'm not so sure.
Yes.
I'm not so sure. I think it's a quarterback. I mean, I think LSU's.
I'll say this: I don't think Alabama, the quarterback who starts the season for Alabama, is going to finish the season for Alabama. I think they will make a quarterback change and will take off.
Like, for example, right now, if LSU were to play Alabama, I'd give LSU the edge because of the quarterback situation.
Certainly.
So a couple things. Yeah. Oh, and this is not a deep dive, but a couple things on Alabama I've picked up on. Kane Womack, the defensive coordinator, had a really good year last year. They got a lot of guys back.
They're going to be great.
And there's a lot of expectation they're going to be good on defense. On the offensive side, Kalen DeBoer, who had great offensive numbers at Washington as the head coach, got his offensive coordinator back that he really wanted to take with him to Alabama. The dude did something else, and I don't remember where he went. I forget. I think an NFL job or something. But he's back. So how does that impact the Crimson Tide offense? Obviously, quarterback is a factor. But so those are a couple of nuggets. Georgia, I just feel like, I don't know what happened, but I feel like Georgia's just not quite – and Carson Beck left, and then nobody really believes in this quarterback, according to Booger McFarland, who's more dialed into it than we are. But are we sleeping on Georgia? Or is that the reason we're not high on them, is because of the quarterback situation?
I just
haven't
think
been
that's where it
up
all
offensively
starts.
anyhow.
I mean, when Gunnar Stockton came in, correct me if I'm wrong, but when Gunnar Stockton came in, when Beck went, when that quarterback went down, I thought there was a huge drop off, and I don't think Beck was. I mean, he was. I know Miami paid a fortune to get him, and he's good. But I thought there was a big drop-off for them when Stockton came in.
Yeah, I mean, so Gunnar Stockton, let's see, in the SEC championship game against Texas, completed 12 of 16 passes for 71 yards.
71 yards.
And then in the playoff quarterfinal against Notre Dame, he completed 63% of his passes, 234 yards, and a touchdown.
He was better in that game.
He was better with the regular first-team reps. But still, 20 of 32, 234, and a touchdown.
I just wonder if they can stretch the field with him.
Times.
I just wonder. I'm not saying they won't, and they'll be good in virtually every other area, and so will Alabama. But I do wonder about that position for both of them.
I think the difference is Alabama has talent in the quarterback room. It's about finding which one of those guys is
well,
the
they
right
always
guy.
have talent.
Because, Ty Simpson is a good player. They brought in Austin Mack from Washington, who's played in new OC Ryan Grubb's system, and Keelan Russell, a really talented freshman quarterback there.
Going along
I
with
think
this,
Alabama's going to be better than Georgia this year.
Okay.
That's my
All right.
takeaway.
Well, it's an interesting question Chuck asked. Will either one of those be in the top 10 at the end of the season? All right. Here's another way to look at the schedule with the coaches poll coming out. And again, take it with a grain of salt. It's the coaches poll and it's preseason poll and whatever. But if you go by the coaches poll, here are the number of ranked teams that a team has to play. Okay. So Florida, Oklahoma, and Mississippi State currently have 7 ranked teams on their schedule. Arkansas, Kentucky, and LSU currently have 6. Georgia, South Carolina, A&M, and Vanderbilt have 5. Alabama only has 4 ranked teams on their preseason schedule. preseason ranked teams. Ole Miss 4, Texas 4. How about that? Texas only 4. Auburn, Missouri, and Tennessee only have 3 teams ranked on their schedule.
Missouri's had an easy schedule for like 4 years in a row now.
We talked about this already. I know it comes up and people talk, I don't want to hear about the schedule. Well, listen, man, it's a deal. Like, would you rather have Tennessee's schedule, Auburn's schedule, Missouri's schedule? And you think that doesn't change the right? Like, if we're going to sit around here and talk about number of wins and how many wins and expectation, for you that just throw out a number, like 6 wins is mediocre or 7 wins is mediocre, 9 wins is great, and you don't factor in the schedule, that's lunacy. That is 100%. I don't care about accuracy at all. You're just literally having a fake conversation about football.
See, to me, when you talk about schedule in this league, there's that blanket statement of everybody in the SEC's got a tough schedule. Yes, you're right. But it does seem like Alabama, a lot of years, is facing fewer ranked teams than others are. Now, some of that
is they're ranked.
Yes, is the fact that they're ranked. But and I give Missouri credit for what they're 21-5 the last couple of years. But I'll go back to one of the things we talked about before. In professional football, if you're a playoff team this year, you're going to play a harder schedule next year. If you're not any good this year, you're going to play an easier schedule next year. College football, in my mind, is going to have to move to an extent toward that. I don't know that they, I'm not saying you got to go all in on that, but I do think that there needs to be, conference-wise, I think there needs to be some movement in that direction. I didn't see the sign you held up. Sorry.
Tell us about buying or selling a home,
Well,
Chuck.
it's like
Hey, I was thinking
that's
about
not good
this.
ink.
I didn't do it. I was in a hurry. We would not have gotten the play call in. We would have had to call a timeout.
We'd had to call a timeout.
But I was thinking the other day about something we had a conversation with Weichert about the last time we sat down and chopped it up with Brandon Long and Carter Clark about people just being curious about what their home is worth.
You wonder if it's the time to sell.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I've kind of been there.
That's
lately.
where you are?
Ask them. Not necessarily like today, but you ever just kind of pull in your driveway and you go, well, I wonder if I sold this, would I make any money on it?
Mm-hmm.
Would I get my money back? And
they can
people
tell you.
move. I got a kid that just moved out, going to college. You might want to make a change.
You going to downsize? You going to move out?
I think I'm going to upsize now.
Move out from behind the gates.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. The palatial estate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever your situation is, we do recommend Weichert Realtors of Griffin Company, and it's because of our experiences with them, mine, Bo's. And the thing is that when you partner with somebody who's really good at what they do, you want to go back. Those are the people you want to do business with. So when it comes time to sell your house, which may be now, might be down the road, you know where you're going. You know who your partner is because everything worked out great the last time. They'll help you find your dream home if that's what you're looking for. They'll tell you if it's the right time to sell. They understand the market. You're always going to deal with the best trained in the business. Northwest Arkansas, Washington, and Benton counties, all over it. Fort Smith, Branson, they've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com.
We're a little bit over our head
Well,
here,
I
but
know.
we're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataract started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, Take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think it's an outstanding schedule. With that, everybody, that gives the University of Arkansas one hell of an opportunity. And we've got a good football team, too. They have to play Arkansas, too, now.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I love Bart.
Yeah.
We're at the beginning of the break, we began talking amongst ourselves about, how people feel about the season. And by the end of the break, I got it figured out. Just bring it to me.
Psychoanalyze.
That's right.
Where we are as a fan base.
Yeah, we do it all here in the Situation Room.
Here's Bart in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room.
Analyze it, Bart.
Tell us.
It's just, I think it's not the losing or anything like that. It's the lack of those like step up seasons when like we feel, and I'm using the we to express the opinion of the collective we, that like there just haven't been that many great moments in a long time. So under Houston Nutt and Bobby Petrino, 14 seasons of Razorback football, Arkansas won 8 or more games 9 times. 9 of 14 times in the SEC. In the 13 years since, that's happened twice. 2 seasons of 8 or more wins. That's it right there. If that number was, say, 7 out of 13, people are feeling a lot better about the state of Razorback football and the program. Now, maybe they're not fully satisfied or fully happy or anything, but they're feeling a lot better because they feel like every once in a while they can compete for a spot in the college football playoff or to be in a big bowl game or to, who knows, maybe even go to Atlanta. There hasn't been that feeling of competitiveness and hey, you've got a chance to do something really special.
All that makes sense, okay? And I don't disagree with that, and I don't dismiss
I think that's
that.
what it is.
But what I always want to do is ask this question: are you analyzing that, or are you just upset that it's been that way and you're frustrated by it? Because that's also that's a real feeling. But like anything else in life, we can all just be frustrated, or we can look for solves or pivots or whatever.
And there are reasons for it, right?
Well, one of them is the schedule, and there are some other reasons for it. But that doesn't mean that's where you're going to stay just because that's where you've been. And it doesn't mean that the solution is firing people. It can mean that. And the way this season plays out, you'll get to that.
Eventually.
But we've already fired people over and over again, and it doesn't necessarily lead to winning.
Let me throw this out there. In the 33 years, however long it's been since we joined the SEC, I've seen every one of them. We've had 3 years where we were happy. Nutt's first year, 2 years under Petrino. By the time McFadden and Hillis and those guys came around, I mean, some of the fan base, a lot of the fan base was already bored of Nutt. I mean, they were bored of Houston. They wanted him out. By the time it was over, I mean, they beat the national champion and he got fired. So, I mean, there's really only been, by my count, there have been 3 years when we were really happy as a fan base. Nutt's first year and the 2 years, 1 year with Mallett, 1 year with Tyler. Those were the 3 years, the only 3 years, really, when you've not had a sizable portion of the fan base saying, oh, we're terrible, everybody needs to be fired.
That's a good word.
I mean, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not saying wrong, right, whatever. I'm just saying as someone who's watched all of it, those are the 3 years as a fan base we've been happy, and that's about it.
I've also heard this thing, that compares the situation to basketball. Well, find a billionaire and get a really good Hall of Fame coach in here and everything will change. Well, by the way, basketball wasn't broken. Basketball was just fine. Must have had one bad year, but 3 years in a row they went to the Sweet 16 or better in back-to-back Elite Eight. It's not like you came in and took a trash basketball program and flipped it around. And I just think football's gone through some moments and some cycles for various reasons, and it's really hard. You don't have any room for error. But you got to acknowledge this also, and it's not an excuse, it's just a fact. Their schedule, year in and year out, is tougher than 95% of the rest of the league. And when you have that schedule, your record's going to indicate that you have that schedule more often than not. Brett McMurphy coming up on 3, college football reporter, longtime college football reporter, ESPN, multiple other places with On 3 now. We'll talk to him next. Hey, if you're dealing with personal injury, struggling to get Social Security disability, maybe drowning in debt, call the team that fights for our cans. It's Bill Reynolds and the attorneys at Cadell Reynolds know how to get results when it matters most. Car wrecks, denied disability claims, filing for bankruptcy. They've got your back. You don't have to do it by yourself. Call them at 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com and get a free consultation. Cadell Reynolds, make the right call. He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
feel like it's kind of my duty to keep Chuck moving. And so I'm just saying, I think one more experience this summer.
I might have one. I might have one left in me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, this offense has always ran through all the guys. You know, I mean, every skill player on the field, Coach Petrino believes in spreading the ball around, you know, and feeding the studs. Armstrong was our stud last year, so Petrino fed the studs, you know what I mean? So this year, I think we have way more depth, way more speed, a lot more toughness, like I said, and I think there's going to be guys making plays across the room and not just, you know, the one position.
Ronnie Fouch, wide receivers coach, speaking to the media yesterday about the depth they think they have at receiver, where last year it felt like it was Andrew Armstrong's offense and Taylon Green would always throw to him. What will the offense, what will Taylon Green look like in year 2 under Bobby Petrino? Certainly part of the storylines going into this season. Brett McMurphy joining us on 3 Sports, longtime friend and college football writer. Brett, I know it's been a busy summer for you. You ready for football season?
Yeah, Bo, glad to finally talk about games, seasons, expectations as opposed to lawsuits and house settlements and whatever else is going on off the field.
What do we think about predicting? What do you think about predicting this season, given everything you just talked about, the transfer portal, the transient nature of college football, not even quite sure who's on what roster? Are there clear favorites in your mind this season?
Yeah, I think there are. You know, I voted in the AP poll. I put my preseason ballot out yesterday. You know, I've been doing this, I don't know, the last dozen years or so, and amazingly, I have not heard one complaint. I think everyone agrees with my preseason poll every single year. But then again, I never read the comments. So still perfect. But yeah. Basically, I had Georgia at 1, but there were 7 schools that my top 7 that you could tell me that any of those 7 is your pick to win the title, and I would have no argument with it. And I think from that 7, we'll get our national champ, and that's Georgia, Penn State, Texas, Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. And the AP preseason poll will come out noon Eastern time Monday, so 11 o'clock your time on Monday. And keep a look at that top 7, because basically 19 of the last 21 years, the eventual national champion was ranked in the preseason top 7 in that first poll. But with that being said, what you said, there rings a lot of truth to that. And that is, look, I'll be honest, you know, myself included, we haven't done a great job with predicting who's going to be in the final top 25 based on our preseason top 25, even before the portal. I think historically, on average, 7 or 8 teams finish in the top 25 every year that were not ranked in the preseason top 25. And now with the portal, I think that number will even go up. I was looking at last year's poll. 25 teams ranked in the preseason top 25. 13 of those teams finished the season unranked. So, yeah, we can't even bat 500. So I'd expect the same this year. So, you know, if you're not in the top 25, good news is you've got as good a shot to end up there than the teams that actually start the year ranked in the preseason top 25.
Brett, there are new quarterbacks in that group of 7 that you mentioned, and really beyond that group too. Everyone seems certain, at least in the SEC, that Texas is perhaps the cream of the crop and Arch Manning's going to be great. What's your thought on that, your certainty level in terms of Manning and how good Texas could be?
Well, I have them behind Georgia, so I guess I'm not very certain. You know, in Georgia's, their experience at quarterback, Gunnar Stockton's not a great deal more than Arch Manning. I just think, and look, guys, I don't think it's fair, but this is the reality. The expectations for Texas are out of this world, and they open at Ohio State. And if you think the hype is bad now, if they win at Columbus, which I actually think they will, by the way, then it's going to be unreal, the level of expectations. I just think, you know, it's going to be impossible to live up to those expectations for both Arch Manning and also for Texas. You know, when Feinbaum's saying that Arch is the best quarterback since Tim Tebow, Paul's obviously spent too much time in the sun over the summer, and I love Paul, but that's a little bit extreme. But that's kind of where we are with Texas and being, predicted to be, the top team in the SEC. I'm expecting Texas will probably be the number one team when the AP poll is announced Monday. But yeah, you bring up a great point. A lot of the teams in that top 7, pretty much every team, with the exception of Penn State and Clemson, are going to have new quarterbacks. So 5 of the top 7 teams are going to have guys that we don't know how they have performed in a full season under pressure. Does that put them at a disadvantage? Not necessarily the way the game is now, but certainly, I think Penn State, if James Franklin had won 2 big games at Penn State, he's 1-15 against top 5 teams. If he had actually won 2 games, I probably would have had Penn State number 1 with Drew Aller coming back and a number of other pieces. Also, Jim Knowles, the defensive coordinator from Ohio State, comes over. But based on their history, I couldn't put them number 1. But certainly Penn State with Drew Aller would be up there, and then Clemson with Cade Kubiak. I think could be a dark horse Heisman guy with a lot of experience in what could be Dabo's best team since he won a couple of titles back in 2016 and 2018.
Brett, Arkansas goes to Oxford to play Ole Miss in week 3. Lane Kiffin last year, it felt like they were a playoff contender throughout the year, had a couple slip-ups. Obviously, he had a lot to say about being left out at 9 wins. What kind of year are you expecting Ole Miss to have? What kind of opponent will they be week 3 for Arkansas?
Well, Bo, they're going to have a good offense. And Austin Simmons comes in, first time in 3 years that Jackson Dart's not running Kiffin's offense. We know it'll be a Lane Kiffin offense. They're gonna do a lot. They're gonna score a lot. They're gonna throw it around. I think the biggest, one of the biggest priorities for Kiffin and Ole Miss going into this season is basically to resurrect the running game. Basically, they had no running game last year, and defenses knew Dart was going to throw it around. Now you bring in Simmons, who's an incredible talent, but somewhat unproven except for spot duty last year. And certainly if you can have some kind of running game, or at least appear like you have some kind of running game, it'll take the pressure off of Simmons. As far as what Arkansas's got, that's the stretch that Arkansas has, and I'm sure you guys have talked about this, ad nauseum, Ole Miss, Memphis, Notre Dame, Tennessee, A&M. I'm not even mentioning Auburn. They may sneak in the top 25 on Monday, but that 5-game stretch is going to be just incredibly brutal. And just just human nature, the emotions of that stretch when you're playing an Ole Miss team that hung 63 on you last year, which I'm sure that's not going to be brought up. And then you've got Notre Dame coming home. But then you've got a game at Memphis, which that's going to be their Super Bowl. And then coming off of all that, then you have to go at Tennessee and A&M. Man, I love Sam. Good luck, man, because that's I don't know if there's a rougher 5-game stretch in the country than what Arkansas is going to face this year. And it starts, going at Ole Miss on a team that put up 9 touchdowns last year.
We deal with this and talking to Arkansas fans about how tough the schedule is, and it seems like it's every year. And not all these schedules are created equal. You can say, oh, you're in the SEC, it's always going to be tough, but just go look at Missouri's schedule the last 2 or 3 years and compare it to Arkansas's. Is there a way? Do you have a complaint if you're Yurachek or Pittman, the Arkansas athletic department, with the SEC when it comes to your schedule in the league versus some other teams year to year?
Yeah, certainly you can complain, and I know I'm sure everybody does. But yeah, you're right. You know, Texas has a pretty tame schedule as far as the SEC standards are. You know, look, a lot of it's luck of the draw. I mean, there's 16 schools, obviously 15 other opponents. You can't play everybody. You're going to miss some games. There's the natural rivalries. You know, so it's just kind of how it shakes that way. And with, you know, Arkansas obviously is going to play Texas every year, and I'm sure that's a game they want. And Texas is going to be one of the top teams. So if that game was replaced with Vanderbilt, you know, how much different does the schedule look? Well, it looks a lot different, but you certainly don't want to lose a historical rival like that. So it's kind of, I think part of that, Bo, is they do, obviously they'll rotate the schedules around. But if you're, you know, 2 or 3 rivals that you're locked into every year, or just happen to also be 2 or 3 of the best teams in the SEC, you're kind of, well, there's no better way to put it than you're kind of just screwed. And you just got to deal with it, basically.
Brett, big picture, is 9, you know, when you talk about an SEC team or a Big Ten team getting into the playoff, is 9 the magic number? Will there be a 9-3 team that makes the playoff, or is it 10?
When you said is 9 the magic number, I was like, well, that'll be fascinating. A 3-9 team getting into the playoff.
Yeah, well, I think
with the SEC, anything's possible. I don't think there's enjoy the veal. I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I don't think there's a magic number because, again, you know, in a vacuum, you could say, yeah, 9-3, you're set, you're going to be in. You know, 9-3 didn't work last year for Alabama, and what does that tell us? You can't lose to Vanderbilt. You can't get seal clubbed by Oklahoma at the end of the year. So I don't think 9-3 is automatic. It's, you know, it's basically what you're being put up against. You know, the committee picked an ACC team over Alabama and over Ole Miss last year. So I don't think 9-3 is automatic. I do feel pretty strongly, though, it's going to be hard to keep a 10-2 Big Ten and SEC team out of the playoff. Big 12 and ACC, the schedules for the most part aren't going to be as strong just because of who they play in conference. So I don't think it's automatic by any means for the Big 12 or ACC. But if you can get the double digits in the SEC or Big Ten, I mean, it would just take some kind of freakish year to keep you out of a 12-team playoff when you've got 7 at-large bids.
He's Brett McMurphy on 3 Sports. He'll be somewhere all week on Twitter. He will not read your comments, but he's a good follow for any information you may want. Brett, it's great, man, to have you on. We'll do it again sometime. Congratulations on the new gig. You've been at it a long time on 3 Sports. I know you're going to enjoy that, and we look forward to catching up, man. I'll see you soon.
Hey, thanks, and I appreciate you not telling your listeners is the reason I don't read my comments is because I can't read. So I appreciate that.
One more on the way out the door. Enjoy the view.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Brett McMurphy on 3 Sports.
And he's funny.
Oh, he's a good time.
Hey, if you're hanging
out with him.
If you're having issues with your gutters, maybe the drainage around your home. June was a wet month, not quite so much in July. August feels a little better now, but the bottom line is you may have had some issues over the course of the summer. Let us recommend Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated. They've been doing this a long time, 30 years, and they do it all. They make the seamless gutters on site. They do trenching work, French drains. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job comes with a 20-year warranty. Take a picture of your situation. Text it in to them. Send it to them. Lots of times they can just go by the picture, and that'll give them a good idea before they come out. So don't wait. Gutters, fascia, soffit, gutter guards, they do it all. You can log on to hoggutters.com. You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You need to run that tape back for me, because that didn't happen. Don't come at me with that crap.
Don't come at me.
Yeah.
Not up in here.
Yeah. You must have your shows mixed up. Like, that didn't happen here, pal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We love Edward, and Edward does a great job for us, and he's worked with Sawyer Radler, as I have before, and Sawyer's one of the best production talents I've ever been around. And we've worked together for, I don't know, about 15 years. And he's now the general manager of Hogs Plus. Sawyer Radler joining us in studio
Sawyer.
here.
Oh, wow.
With a
round of
look,
applause. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
look at what's going on at Hogs Plus, but also a little dive into training camp. You guys debuted a docuseries on Taylon Green. Episode 1 aired last night.
It did, yeah. Taylon Green, Next Level. It's a 3-episode docuseries. It's been my pet project for the last, I guess, 7 months,
All right.
8 months since the Liberty Bowl. I've been able to hang out with Taylon a few different times throughout the offseason and got to see what he's doing to take it to the next level.
It's a big question. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
year 2, what's it going to look like? What are you seeing?
Well, number one, he's completely healthy, and he was not that way last year for a good portion of the year, especially after the Tennessee game. 60% is what most people have said. He's now 100%. He also is bigger, stronger, faster. I mean, 235. I mean, he was not. When you look at him now, he's different, and he's harder to take down, and he's fast, and his passing ability has just gone up. I mean, he's got another year under with Petrino, and it's showing.
I wonder about the nature of the conversations.
Okay.
Between Coach Petrino and Taylon. Last year as opposed to this year, the teaching, I mean, you've got a ringside seat. I've seen it before, too. It's interesting to watch. I just wonder what the tone's like this year as compared to 12 months ago.
Petrino in the spring, I think, was really tough on Taylon, and I got to see that firsthand, especially in one of the scrimmages
And
that
he
I'm going
can
to
be
show
tough.
in episode 2. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
still very
He
hard.
can
And
be tough.
I think it was needed. He right now seems to be in a great. I got to sit down with Petrino last week and talk to him for a good. We had to do some Ryan Mount stuff. We got a big project there, but he was in the best mood I've seen him, and you could see the twinkle in the eye, the kind of like really like quiet confidence, but smiling. And I think they all feel great about where Taylon's at right now.
Well, Taylon's his creation. I mean, he's the one he picked.
Totally.
I mean, Sam said, go get you a quarterback. He picked Taylon Green. So, I mean, he's been his project from day one.
Yeah, and they dove in, and I mean, footwork, you get to see a lot of that in episode 1, kind of the footwork stuff, the stuff that they've been kind of honing in on, and his precision. I mean, and he's also developing some new wide receivers to work with, but it does seem with Omega Blake, Raylan Sharp, they've got some options that, and his precision's pretty good.
I thought it was interesting hearing that Taylon requested a VR
He did.
setup. And the reason is because I think he struggled seeing the field.
His eyes.
Completely last year. And obviously went to Armstrong a lot. The fact that he asked for that.
He did.
It was interesting to me. And you guys are going to do some stuff on that.
We get to spend, I talked to the guys that are installing the system, and VR was, I think, a big deal like 10 years ago. Remember with Bielema brought it in, and it kind of faded out. But, yeah, Taylon was around. Jaden Daniels, talked to him. And a couple of these guys, and there's some schools that are using this.
This
that
is the camera on the helmet.
It's a 360 GoPro, and if you've ever dealt with 360 editing, it's a trip, but it's really cool. And he's going to spends like an hour. Like they do the practice. They're out there this morning. He does an hour session before unit meetings in the afternoon where he's going through. He's like in the QB room taking snaps, talking through what he's seeing. And we're going to get to kind of shoot some of that today and see that. So I'm excited to see.
All right, before we get out of here, give us one thought on what you just think overall from what you've seen from the team. Because you see behind the scenes in an upfront way that most of us don't get every day.
I do believe the team will be better. There are some really strong. I look at the leadership and just the intangibles a little bit away from the field, and it's very strong. And I think Taylon's, the leader of that, and they all feel very good. So I feel confident. It happens all the time this time of year. So you get kind of like, but yeah, the schedule's tough.
But the other way
they're
that
better.
can feel is when you walk around and you don't feel any of that. And you've seen that before, too.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how it shakes out with all the new guys. All right, tell people how they can get Hogs Plus.
Hogsplus.com. Check it out. You can get it on your app, your smart TV, your phone, and also just on your computer.
Yeah.
Hogsplus.com.
I watched
Check it out.
episode 1 last night. There's a lot of great stuff on there. You guys do a great job, and we look forward to doing this again, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Sawyer.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
by.
Always
Thanks
good
for
to see y'all.
The work you do. I've said from day one, I mean, you can subscribe or not subscribe. It's $8 a month, basically. But it is a gift to a Razorback fan if they want a deep dive in behind the scenes. Saul, thank you. Sawyer Radler, for
Good to see
Chuck,
y'all.
Bart, Edward. Have a great Tuesday. We'll try and do it again tomorrow.
Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty